Hey, beautiful beings. This is going to sound a little bit crazy to some of you, but that doesn't make it any less true. You are shifting timelines all the time. Yeah, that's right. We do it all the time, and we're so good at it, we don't even know we're doing it. But I only know this because it happened a couple of times where it was so obvious that I'd shifted timelines, it freaked me out. I was like, oh my God. And not subtle. And one time I shifted timelines with a friend who we both shifted into another timeline where something physically had changed completely in the apartment we were staying at. And we're both like, oh, did that just happen? So this idea is not a new idea. It's not a new idea. Just more and more people are noticing more recently, so it's kind of out there. You might have heard of the Mandela effect. It has a lot to do with it. So you are choosing which timeline you want to go into based on your consciousness, your will, your decisions, and your vibration. Your vibration is the dictator of your reality in every way, even without any crazy timeline stuff. Think about it. You're out there loving on people, putting out good vibes, caring about how happy other people are. Those vibrations keep coming back. Everybody likes you. People want to do nice things for you. It's because of your vibration, right? Just like if you have a low vibration and you're out there just being an asshole, nobody wants to do with you. People are like, get away from this person. They're running away from you. It's the exact same thing. So if you want to be in a world that's more based on love, you can call it the 5D Earth, whatever you want to call it, put out those vibrations, because then you're saying to all of the creation, universe, your higher self, that this is the reality you want to experience. Because that's your will, you're not just going to attract those people and experiences in this 3D Earth that we're in now. You're actually going to shift into the timelines that are more in alignment with your desires and what your soul wants. That's just the way creation works. Just like, and this is the reason why it's so important to be really aware during this time of what we're doing with our lives, who we're hanging out with, what we're eating, because everything affects our state of mind and our vibration. And there's you can see there's a split happening, right? And probably more than just two splits. There's probably multiple variations of the two splits, but the two splits are basically love and truth and fear and non-truth, right? So you want to get your life into alignment, keep your vibration high, and remember, miracles are not miracles. Miracles are normal, because if there's something you truly desire and you put your energy towards it with an open heart and you really, really want that to manifest and you trust in that, it just can happen just like this. But it wasn't a miracle. You just shifted into the timeline that you prefer. So be aware.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Eyes in the Woods.
I agree with that guy.
I agree with that guy too. That's why I wanted to play it. I want everybody to be aware. And you don't have to believe that either. I'm not here to change anybody's beliefs or stir anybody any kind of way, but I'm just sharing, planting seeds like Johnny Appleseed.
Well, it's weird because, like, the whole tuning fork thing. If tuning forks can get like entrain something else to vibrate at the same frequency that it's vibrating at, then people can probably do that too.
Yeah,
we be like tuning forks. So that's good though. That means that we can positively impact the energy in the room just as much as, if not more, than we can negatively. So
we can.
Hi there, everybody. Hi there, Mr. Lee. Hi there, Eyes in the Woods. Thank you for joining.
Today we're going to talk about change. People don't like to change. People like to stay comfortable. Unfortunately, I mean, me too. I would love to stay the same, but you know what? I've learned that that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're here for. And if you're not changing, you're not growing. And that is what we're here for: growth and expansion and, love. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because, it looks like we might be in for a lot of changes out there, right, in the world around us. And, that might not concern us so much. We really should just stay involved with what's in our immediate presence. But, it's inevitable. It's going to affect us a little,
If we didn't have change, we would not be alive. So change is,
right.
And even then, even when you're not alive, there's still changing
Yep.
going
Yeah,
on.
because we're always alive. There's
Right.
no such thing. Death is an illusion, basically. And that's what I believe. You don't have to believe that, but death is an illusion, and we have everlasting life. We're all energy, and energy can never be destroyed. We just change. We just
You know what
change.
else is an illusion is that we are all separate from each other.
Exactly. That is also an illusion. That is also, that's also an illusion.
You
Anywho,
are me and I am you.
I am you. You are me.
I'm going to
I
give
am you.
myself some money.
Yeah, tell yourself. You could do that. Remember someone told, was it you?
Myself. I need to give myself some money, you know.
I need to tell myself to give myself some like strength, I think. Like, I don't know, tell myself to don't be a pushover. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's my challenge right now.
Yeah, being a pushover cannot be good for you.
I'm fine with everything, and it sucks because I'm just fine with everything. I'm like, okay.
I know that's it's like I'm like, do I need money? I only need money because I have bills that say I need money. Like I don't care. You know what I mean? Like I don't need I don't need a Gucci purse or like a
no.
You know, there's all kinds of wood everywhere that is like just waiting to be used and made into something. So
Mr. Lee likes change. I've grown to like change, and people might not believe that, but I do. I've grown to like change. Like when I had to move, I didn't like that. That wasn't fun, but it became fun. I made
right.
we made
like it now.
Yeah, and without Jara's help, I could have never gotten through that.
And you like the end result, so it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. And look at it's pushing me into doing so many things.
The uncomfortable parts of change are most of the time worth it. Almost all the time, if you look at it from, maybe it doesn't feel like it at the moment, but I'm like Mr. Lee. I feel that same way too. I like change because I think it keeps life interesting and it makes life more like an adventure. There's all kinds of things to discover and new experiences to have. And yeah, I think that's kind of why we're here. Pretty sure we're not here so we can drive a car to a job that we hate, so we can make the money to pay for the car that we're driving to the job that we hate, so we can.
Yeah, that's worse. That's the worst, you guys. If anybody's working at a job that they hate, please stop. You don't have to do that. There's other ways, guys. Please don't work at a job that you hate. We've all done it. Yes. We've all done it. Have you done it, Jara?
Oh, yes. Many, many, many times. Many times. Or I've left jobs that I loved because I didn't make enough money. And
that is not good. Yeah, you should have stayed.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that because money it's just money. It's just money. Mm-hmm. And I know it's easy for me to say because I have a roof over my head and clothes on my back and I have food downstairs. But it's just money, you guys. It's just money.
There's infinite possibilities around us every day, all day long, in so many different ways. Just remember that every single possibility, even if it's not a great one, it's still hope.
Mm-hmm. Always have hope. Do not lose hope. Don't lose hope because just believe that there's possibilities in everything. Believe that you can make anything happen that you want to happen. Believe in yourself, you guys. A lot of times we don't believe that we can do something because we're just like, oh, it's not possible. We must work until the day we die. Or, oh, it's not possible. I can't do this. I can't do that. Yes, you can. There's nothing that we can't do. Nothing.
Is there anybody that you guys all like 100,000% put your faith in, that you believe in, that like would never steer you wrong, would never not tell you about stuff that there is out there? There's most people, there's not really, right? So like, except for yourself because of your own life experience. So like, believe in yourself because you know a lot more than you realize you do. Yeah. Believe in yourself.
So, the best time to do something is when you feel like you're not ready. Do you agree?
I do. I do
Isn't that
agree.
it sounds bad and scary.
My
And
grandma used to say every day you should do something that you're afraid to do. That's how you know
Yep.
you're growing as a person. So like I used to purposely like volunteer to go first. Like if I had to do a presentation or when I was in college, I became a Glendale ambassador and I like gave campus tours and I spoke at like the dean's dinner and stuff like that. And I was super, I had stage fright or whatever like that, but I did that because my grandma used to tell me that, and she was right, because all kinds of opportunities came across my path that I wouldn't have otherwise come across. So yeah.
That's amazing of her to do that for you. That is amazing of her to do that for you.
Yeah, she used to give me good advice, my grandma.
Yeah,
we should definitely
open your heart, guys. Open your
fake
heart.
it till you make it. Fake it till you
Yeah.
make it. Especially if you're genuine and you really love what you're doing. Don't ever like get down on yourself because you don't have the experience or you're new at something, because everybody was new at some point at something.
At one time.
So if you have passion and you are authentic in wanting to do what you're doing or helping people with or whatever, that comes across. So
there's no greater time to do something than now. There's no greater time to do. The present is the only place to experience love and happiness and fulfillment and miracles. Like is now, you guys, right now. It's all we really got.
And can I say too that something that everybody can do for their fellow man, in that we all know how scary it is to like go through change, and we all know what kind of times are right now, and we all know how much we would appreciate it if other people would be kind, or at least not make it harder when we have to go through change. So like, let's do that for other people. Hold space for people. Be patient for people. Don't laugh at people. If somebody that you've known all your life who you thought hated hunting, and so you guys were friends, and they suddenly tell you that they've always wanted to be a fur trapper or something, don't, just be supportive of people, because like seriously, like that, people people literally every day choose to do what they don't want to do because they're afraid of what other people will think. So like, that's something we can all do to be kind to each other, to make sure that
it's
people
like Mr. Lee is saying right here. I don't trust anybody. Let's make it a world where we can trust each other again. Hold space.
right.
Hold space. Let there be that space, you guys. Everybody wants it, even the people that think they're the grumpiest, worst, even the people that are not open at all, I'm sure would appreciate for some space to be held for them. They just don't really know it.
They don't need anybody. To the people that think that, you don't need anybody. Nobody's ever done anything for you. We all need somebody, because we're all part of each other. So we kind of, shouldn't let parts of ourselves like go.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to hold back our feelings or what we're going through, because that's the old way of thinking, guys. That's the way that we were brought up, to like just hide our problems and stuff. You don't have to. We're all the same. There's no reason to be afraid. There's no reason to be ashamed. The more we all open up to each other, the better this world will become. And I do believe it's gonna become a better world. Unfortunately, I do also know that we're gonna be a little bit more uncomfortable before it gets there.
Yeah, I think so. Stuff is not sustainable, that's for sure. Prices and all.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening, but we don't have to give that our control. I mean, yeah, we don't have to give up our control just because we don't know what's happening. And there's, some people in charge. That doesn't have to dictate our life and how we feel every day. So let's not give it our control and do what we can do, the things that we control. There's things out of our control and things that we can control. And the way something we can control is our mindset, right? Because your mindset is going to determine how you pull through this uncomfortable time.
And eyes in the wood, I agree. There's so many self-centered, greedy people. But you know what? I honestly do think that there are more people that are not greedy. They don't have the resources for us to all, know each other. That's why things like this are good, because regular people can reach out to each other. Because I think that most of us probably don't require, a $1 billion mansion, or I think most of us would much rather spread the wealth and have, our fellow mates and family members and stuff like that all be comfortable.
Yes.
I
That's
mean,
all the more reason.
like what would you even do with like that much of something, of anything? Like I just don't
Yeah,
understand.
they can't even spend all the money that they have. They don't even know what the hell to do.
Like life, everything
I
would
guess
become.
I could find something.
What would you pick from if you could do
I would
anything
make
in the world?
I
Like
would make that
literally,
retreat we were talking about, like a retreat where people
me
could
too.
go and find healing.
What would be
And it
the
would
very
be the
first
best
thing you would do, though? Like, that doesn't have to be like towards your goal. If you could just do anything and there wasn't a price, what would be the one thing you would do you think?
Like for myself?
Like, yeah, for just like, yeah, for yourself. Like, would you go somewhere? Would you?
I would pay everybody's house off so that we could all have a place to live for sure.
That would be cool. And isn't it sad that we don't all like we don't just already have that?
I know.
Because we're all people and we all deserve to have a place to stay, like on the planet. I wonder, like, do you guys think about that? Because I think about that a lot, about homeless people.
Yeah,
I
think about it.
and how, like, when they talk about cleaning up the camps and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get sad because I have friends that are homeless.
Right. And it's like, when you clean up that stuff and you clean up their things, then where are they supposed to go? Like, where?
They don't
Like,
have
they
anywhere to
can't
go.
erase themselves. Like, they're people. Like, I don't, it's just weird.
A lot of them are sick too. A lot of them could really use some help, like help, dude. Mental health care.
I'm with you, Eyes in the Woods. I'm not a fancy car, fancy meal person. I embarrassed my husband because we went on a cruise for his job, and they have that fancy night where everybody dresses up, and they had like lobster and quail, and I was like, can I just get like a grilled cheese sandwich?
I'd be like, can I get some chicken?
And was like, oh my God, you're so embarrassing. I don't like fancy stuff because to me, it's senseless. Like, and that's just my opinion. So like, I know people like nice things and there's nothing wrong with that if you like nice things. For me, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for like some people to have an excess and so many people have so little. It doesn't make sense. And your cat's like twerking.
Oh, dude, he can't stand it when I'm working or something. He has to stop me from doing stuff all the time. He's like, nope, I need you to pay attention to me, only me. Yeah, you do. You do. This is Rocket, everybody. This is Rocket. Say hi, Rocket. Say hello to Rocket. This is my favorite.
I look like my daughter right now in that picture behind me. I was just noticing that. How
Can you
funny.
please move out of the way, sir?
Like she's related to me or something. Your mom was Swedish?
Your mom was a witch? Cool. She was a good lady. She must have been a healer.
I feel like I was going to tell you that I had like a do you ever have like memories where you're not sure if it's a false memory or if it's a memory?
I probably did before, and I would think that, but now that I've been through all those classes for hypnotherapy, whether it's a false memory or not, I just accept it because I know that whatever I need to be thinking right now is what my subconscious mind is going to bring forward.
Because
So,
I was thinking like, because we were kind of like when we were younger, like I feel like I had a memory, like a flash of a memory of me trying to like interpret something like cards or something like tarot cards, but I
really?
didn't, yeah, but I don't think I did.
We were kind of cool though.
Um,
Oh, my sister came. There
oh,
she
hi,
is.
Nikki. Hello.
Well, hello there, Nikki.
Hey, what's up?
Hello,
Talking
how
about
are you?
Talking about what?
Change.
Change.
So she's the perfect specimen. My sister's a perfect specimen. She doesn't like change.
You don't like
She
change?
It depends on what it is. You know,
Tell us how you feel.
how I feel. What do you mean? Like my
About
feelings
change.
about change? Well, I mean, I'm the type of person who doesn't mind change. I tend to like routine once I'm settled. But I mean, I was married to a military guy. Every 3 years, we had a
Yeah.
severe, drastic change in our life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, different countries. So it's, yeah, we got, I like that though, because I'm a traveler. I like to travel. So that was never a big deal for me. When he said, okay, we got our orders, we're going to blah, blah, it was like, whoo-hoo, you know, fresh start again. So I didn't mind it at all.
That'd be fun. I'd
That
like
part
that.
was
That'd be
okay
good.
for me. Matter of fact,
Sister, that's gonna miss you.
ooh, you really broke up, sis. We need to get you a new camera. Your camera's kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, it's great. I think she's
So,
frozen. Are you frozen?
It's
I bet
fuzzy.
it's getting back.
It's,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
really
Do you have a lot of stuff open on your computer by chance? Like in the background?
Actually, I
Other
think I do. So much
because
stuff, actually.
yeah, I
you
think you need
have to
because
fix that.
your camera's not able to use something. I don't know the technical word for it, but it has something to do with something or other. It's got something to do with something. You sound like you have a little
I'm
cold,
closing
Nikki. Are you
everything.
under the weather?
Yeah, I've had a cold for a week already, and it's been
Oh
bad.
no.
It's been bad. It's not getting any worse, but it's not getting any better either. So
Oh, that's too bad.
it's just that thing that's going around. Everybody's saying it lasts like 3 weeks, 4 weeks before it completely leaves you. But I get where I think I'm okay, and then I have another bout, you know, where it's just sitting right here.
Do you have a
So
fever?
no fever. Through the whole
Oh,
thing,
that's
no
good.
fever.
That's good.
Yeah, and all of us, 3 of us here in the house have it. So it is, you know, I just need to work through it. But I have my moments, you know, in the morning it's bad, and at night it's bad.
Right.
It tends to be okay during the day, but
I
I'll
wonder
take
why
my,
the body does that. Why is it always worse in the night and in the morning?
I don't
Um,
know. I don't know. I'm
it's
trying
weird.
to not let that get to me, you know, because I know if I go take a shower, get ready, get dressed, I feel better. You know,
Right.
I feel better than if I just stay in the chair half comatose. I tend to make myself feel worse.
Right.
So I don't, but hopefully, you know, in the next week, the nose stuff will stop, and then I'll feel even better. But the sinus pressure is like ridiculous, you know. Just
I
needs to
still
get
have a
better.
little bit of a cough from when I had the flu on Christmas. That was not fun. Not fun.
I'm back in the back. I thought I was on. I didn't know I was in the back this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
How come your camera's clear like in the back where we can see you down below on StreamYard?
Oh, I
but
was
not?
going to find something to wipe that with. Hold on.
Yeah, but like they should both be, right? You see what I mean, Nikki? Like
It's
how
like focusing weird. I don't know what's up with. Is it a standalone camera, or is it on your laptop?
It's on my laptop.
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah.
maybe rub the top a little bit. like the top
Hello,
of
Miss
the
Dill. My
Summerlin.
lovely, lovely Miss Dill. I wish you would come on the show, Miss Dill. I know that you would be really great to have this. Is it better?
There we go. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Lee. I'm not blowing it out. I'm not letting it go into my chest anymore. Because if I do that, then I get asthma really bad, and then it's really bad news. So I know not, and I'm taking Mucinex and all that stuff to make sure it stays loose.
What kind of weeds do you guys have in that area, in that part of the whole world?
Oh, lots. There's lots. Well, not
Tumbleweeds.
so much as in the past in this area, because we finally, all the houses have come up in our area. But it
I
is
mean,
the
like for
pollen
medicinal
here gets
purposes.
really bad. Here. But
Do you guys
this is just cold.
do you guys have do you have moringa, or have you ever tried moringa? It's got like a whole
Never
bunch of
tried moringa.
it's really good for you. It's really good for your immune system too.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
moringa.
Is it a tea? You drink it as a tea, or is it a
it's
vitamin?
a tree. You can eat all of the tree, so you can eat the bark, the leaves. So you can what my dad does is he just dehydrates the leaves and then he grinds it into a powder, and we put it into capsules. But you can just put it in your food. It's really good for your pets too.
Is it? Can I already buy it pre-processed, ready to go? Like
You can, yeah. It's just the trees grow really easy and they grow fast, but then they're not like hard to grow.
I'm not a grower. I'm not
My
a.
dad,
Yeah,
my
I don't
dad
do
just grows them because he at the time he was a grower, but so yeah, so there's no, because it's expensive in the vitamin store.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really want to start taking it too. Did you know that, like, if you were starving, you could just take moringa and you would live?
Yeah. You could eat it. You can survive on it. You can survive on the plant.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got iron. It even has iron in it. It's high in iron. It's an antioxidant, what's it called? A natural antibiotic, antifungal, and septic. And it's high in
Really
B12, calcium.
looking forward to going to Polish Shop to buy pickles.
Is the Polish Shop to buy pickles?
The Polish or Polish?
Oh, Polish.
Polish or Polish?
Polish. Polish would make more sense.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. I was totally confused there for a second. Because I
was going
freaking
to try to
love
make
pickles.
fried dill pickles in my air fryer.
Yum. You were making good things the other day when I left your house.
Yeah, I didn't like the way the onion rings I made were really good, but I didn't like the way that the fried zucchini turned out. I didn't try it though, actually, so I guess I can't really say I don't like it.
I take turmeric every day, Mr. Lee. Turmeric and cinnamon.
Same here. Turmeric's so good for you. It's a good anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, I need it for my knees and my knees, mostly my knees.
I want to try a 3-day juice cleanse. I want to try one, but I've chickened out every time because I don't know. I get weird when I'm like told I can't eat, or like if I can't eat because of like a test I have to have or something. Like I don't eat all the time and it's fine, but if I'm told like I can't eat, then it like bothers me. It's weird. It's
Yeah.
like psychological. So that's why I haven't tried to do the juice cleanse yet, but I want to try that. I want to try one.
I take too many medications. I think I would have severe stomach pain if I didn't eat something.
Oh, probably, yeah. I couldn't try it when I was on my medication because that would have messed with stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty bad, probably. It would have knocked me out if I had taken.
What meringue? A juice cleanse?
Yeah. I want to do one.
I've done it before. I lost so much weight. I lost like 10 pounds when I did that juice cleanse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Only drank juice too for like 3 days. I think it was 3 days.
Were you tired? Did you have like no energy?
Probably, but it was when I was working as a CNA, so my energy got sucked up anyways.
Oh, right.
I was exhausted all the time when I was working, when I was punching the clock.
Oh, so we had snow on the mountains over here the other day by my house. And I've never seen that since I lived in Maine. Yeah, on the Australians. Yeah, it was cool. I was like, holy cow, there's snow up there. And it was quite a bit too.
Wow, that's cool. I planted flowers and it was too early, guys. They're gonna die, I'm pretty sure, because it's so cold.
Did you try talking to them?
I did. So sis, what's your show about today?
It's titled Where Are the Smarties?
What's that?
Where are the Smarties? Let me
Like smart people?
Mr. Lee, you should look into some Reiki. Maybe you're a natural Reiki master.
We all have energy fields. Okay, so let's just talk about it. We all, in the center of everybody's hands, if everybody can just go ahead and do this, you just rub your hands together, and pull them apart, and you'll feel energy. You can feel the energy between your hands. So everybody has energy fields between their hands that they can emit or bring in energy, because we're all energy. You could do that with your whole body, really, but with Reiki, you use your hands, and you can actually use that to heal people, and you don't have to know how to do it to do it.
Right.
Did that make sense? You don't. I did it to my dad, and I didn't even know how to do it. And then later in life, we were going to do it to your dad just this week, and I was reading about it, and the first thing it says is you don't have to know how to do it to do it. All you got to have is the intention.
You know how, like, when we were little, how we used to we would close our eyes, and then we would get really close to each other, and we would put like our finger like right here, like right, and we could feel it. That's energy, people. How you can feel that? That's energy.
Yeah, close your eyes. Put something right by your nose. Feel that. You can feel it.
A lot of times you can feel when somebody's looking at you.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one right there. You can tell when somebody's talking shit about you, or you can tell when somebody's staring right at you from the back of your head. You can tell when someone's about to get home, when you know your husband's about to get home. You can tell when somebody's in a bad mood that you know very well. That's energy. You can read it. That's energy reading. That's what I do most of the time. Everything's energy. I don't know why we didn't believe this before, but I feel I'm good on you for whoever's known this all your life. But yeah, it's a trip.
What, the energy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you known it all your life?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Have you known that you could manipulate energy all your life?
I have, because I knew that if I think of the answer, I can make the Ouija board move to what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we played the Ouija board pretty young.
Right, but I always have thought it was energy that does it, but I guess that doesn't count if you're not touching it, but yeah, I used to.
When we were doing light as a feather, that's energy. We were lifting them up with our energy.
Yeah, and that worked too. So, we were kind of scary little kids, weren't we?
Yeah, we're kind of freaked out.
I remember once when Shannon, she walked by somebody and she plucked hair off her head. She was like,
yeah, she was a creepy little girl. I got in a fist fight with her. Did you know I got in a fist fight with her?
You did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Or maybe I vaguely remember that. Yeah, I accidentally touched the peace pipe once, and that was not good.
At her house?
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was I should have known. Now I know, now that I'm looking back at it, it was rude just to touch it, but it was hanging on the wall, and it was ceremonial. And it's not just for, crazy little girls to be touching things.
Right. We had a lot of Indian friends, and there was always peyote around.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't ever try peyote?
Uh-uh.
makes you barf.
It makes you
Like
fart?
Barf. Like
Oh.
it's
Oh,
part of the
that?
thing though. You don't trip until you barf.
Oh. I hate throwing up. I hate throwing up. That's like my worst thing. Hate
Yeah,
it.
I hate throwing up too.
So I will never try peyote.
It's awesome though. It was the most peaceful, loving thing. It was so amazing. Anyways, remember
I
we
did
had a
find
lot
out
of
though that the sweet acacia tree has DMT in it. I didn't know that.
So does your own body has DMT in it. So
Yeah, I know it does. Super
hello,
weird.
Donald.
I wonder what it's for. Like, what's the purpose of it? I wonder.
DMT. It's to keep your mind. It's for to. Let's look it up. Let's check it out. It's
Like,
for.
I mean, like, why did God? I wonder what God's purpose for it is. You know, like you know, with
What is the purpose
marijuana.
for DMT in our bodies?
Like we have like CBD receptors and stuff like that for cat. So like weed was kind of like made for men, kind of. You know what I mean? Like it fits with their.
Yeah.
But I wonder what DMT, like what would ever be a reason.
That didn't tell me something. That's hard to say. Hold on, I didn't really find it.
Then is it like the lungs that excretes it, or is it your brain?
No, your brain. I think it's your brain. Yeah, it's your brain.
Good mushrooms will make you puke. Yeah, that's funny. It's funny when people say good and good and puke and don't go together in my head because I'm such a sissy. I hate throwing up.
You did so hard to eat those mushrooms because I don't like mushrooms to begin with. So I was like, it's gross for me, but we did. I got it down.
Well, I just put pills. Well, yeah, you can taste them in those oatmeal things, but I just put.
I can still taste them even no matter what.
They are gross. Like burp, you can taste it too. It's gross.
Does anybody know what's the purpose of DMT in our bodies? Does anyone? I'm like Ferris Bueller. Anyone?
Or like in what instances, like what causes it to? Is it that like ayahuasca is just a drink, right? And it just causes, it's the drink that causes our body to release that? Is that how it works?
I'm not sure yet. The reason why I don't know anything about those is because I have never experienced that yet. How does ayahuasca work?
Or is ayahuasca and DMT even the same thing?
Okay, it contains it. The ayahuasca contains DMT.
Oh, okay.
And it could be an effective treatment for various mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, and addiction.
I wonder how or why. I wonder why that is.
It decreases neuroticism.
What is that?
Yeah,
neuroticism, huh?
No, neuroticism. No, I said the neuro part. Okay.
Oh.
I got day drunk yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys.
Why were you? Where were you?
I was at a restaurant.
Oh, what restaurant?
A Mexican restaurant, like up on 99th in Peoria.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we signed up for this thing that pays for you to go eat. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you're doing it for that?
Yeah.
And so you guys don't have to pay?
Yeah, well, this one we did, but probably the next one we won't. They'll send us a gift card and some money. And so then we go to the next one. But you have to, there's rules. Like you have to pick it 2 days in advance and you have to take pictures of your food before you eat it. And then you have to write like a little, what's it called? When you
review.
Yeah, review.
Huh. How much do you get?
$50 and then $50 gift, like $50 and then $50 gift card.
How many can you do?
Like, I'll let you know. Huh?
Is there a limit how many you can do?
Well, you can't do the same restaurant twice, like in the same month. And so then you got to go to the website and pick a restaurant from there.
Huh.
It's called, it's an undercover shopper. It's a secret shopper.
Oh,
We're secret
that's
shoppers
cool.
now. Yeah,
So that's a real thing, huh?
it is a real thing. Well, I'll let you know. We'll see. We haven't gotten
You should
anything
help
yet.
me. Yeah, you should help me sign up for some weird things. She's good at.
Yeah, and then I have the sticker that I put on my card. They pay me
Did you get the sticker?
$150.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I got to put it on, but I didn't.
I want to do that. You got to tell me that one too.
How big
Yeah,
is it?
you get.
Is it the whole
It's
back
like
window?
this big. No, it's just a small sticker.
Oh, well, that's pretty big.
Like,
What does it say?
it's
on
not
the
really a sticker. It's a stick-on. It's like a decal thing.
What does it say on it?
It actually says the company of the food thing that we're doing, the food survey thing we're doing.
Oh.
Because I picked that one. Because I just picked it because it was one of the higher ones. Because you get to pick how
So
much money
I'll
you want.
use it off your decal, and then I'll tell them I saw it on your car, and maybe you'll get a bonus when I
do that.
that.
Maybe I will. There's so many side hustles, you guys. There's so many side hustles people could do.
Mhm. I told you I was doing that secret shopper too when I used to live there in Phoenix.
Yeah, that's
But
it. That's what I'm doing.
mine was for stores. They would send me a message that what store I needed to go to, and you had to test them. You would buy whatever you want to buy. You'd go buy it, and then you would throw. Say if the item was $7, you'd throw $10 down and walk out. Try to walk out before you got your money, your change. And you were to try to see what they did with that money. Did they stop you and make you get your money and your receipt? Did they just let you walk out and they pocked the money? You know, you would have to see what would happen and report back on that. And then once you turned in your receipt and stuff like that, they would reimburse me for whatever I purchased, and I got to keep the thing. So I would go in and get whatever I wanted to get. And then, you know, within a month, I would get reimbursed for that.
Well, did it matter like dollar amount?
They wanted you to be in between, I think it was like 7 something and 20.
Oh,
The
okay.
item had to be within that bit right there.
How do you know like which ones of those are like not, you know, how do you know which ones are legit and which ones are like
You
scam?
don't really. You just have to try. You have to experiment, and you have to look at reviews. A lot of people will put scams in the comment section or review it saying this is a scam, don't do it. Or they'll, you know, even if you see stuff on Facebook to purchase, always look at the comments, because people will rat them out if they're not real. You know, they will say this is a scam, and then, you know, don't order from there. Go to Etsy itself and order whatever you're looking at, because usually all these things are on Etsy, but somebody does a fake profile, posts it up there, and then you send them money, and you think you're dealing with the real company, but you're not.
Wow. Yeah, Susie and I were talking about how they should have like voiceover things where you can just go and join an online thing and like narrate books, because I can't stand listening to Audible books because I can't stand the narrator.
Oh, there's a bunch of sites that do that, because I've thought about doing that too since last year, since I got this new mic.
Right.
Yeah, you can go and you can pick. There's a bunch of different sites. You can do short little voiceovers, or you can do whole books.
Hello, Mr. J.
But it's all based on, you do it, you send it in, and then they decide whether they like it or not.
Oh.
So you have to do the work either way. You know, you don't say, I want this, and then they hire you. You have to do it, send it in, and if they like it, they'll pay for it.
Oh, well, so, I mean, you could do that. Like, so you just do a whole bunch of them and send them all in one day and just see what happens.
But you really have to have good quality sound, and you have to have a sound booth. You know, a place where you aren't going to have any outside sounds. But now they've come up with brand new software that take out the ambient noise, because I'm going to get that next, because I'm tired of hearing my dog snore and my husband's TV And
I need that
it's
so bad.
amazing.
Can you tell me what that is when you get that? 'Cause I need that so
I
very
wrote
bad.
it down somewhere, but it's amazing. You can sit here and go like this, and your mic won't catch it, but it'll capture your voice.
Oh, is that how? Because Susie and I were trying to figure out last week how to like be in the same room on different computers on the show.
We couldn't figure it out. We were like, who do you have to mute to like make that not happen? The echoes.
It depends on, you guys have to choose one mic, and then the other person
We
has
tried that.
has to.
Yeah.
You have to mute and turn your sound off, both.
Huh.
Because I have to do that.
Well,
when
getting
I
back to the subject.
What time is it? Oh.
So like we all have things in our minds that we do not waver on, right? Our mindsets. We all have certain beliefs, all have things that we like. We believe no matter what, and no matter what anybody says, we're not going to change how we believe that, right? We all have that.
I don't know
So
if I have that.
What would it take?
I don't think I have that.
I don't really have that either, but what would it take if you did have that? What would it take? What would it take to open your mind to something else? Like, say things are happening in the world, but you aren't seeing them because you don't want to change your mindset about what you believe. What would it take for you to change a mindset? Just change your mindset. What? Give me an example of something that you've had to change your mindset on.
Well, I think for one, people need to realize that you don't necessarily have to change forever. You can just understand that what you once thought or believed is maybe no longer still accurate or something. You know what I mean? You don't have to like set yourself that you're changing for sure. Like you could just not be sure like what the answer is anymore. Like before you used to be so sure that you knew the answer. And now
you can change your mind as many times as you want. Yeah. You can change. You don't have to dedicate yourself to one thing. You can change it in anytime you want without anybody's permission.
Everything changes. So yeah, why not change your beliefs? I mean, things change in the world.
Yeah, I think some change a lot, that it shows a sign of weakness or something, but it really isn't. It's actually a sign of strength.
Yeah, I think people just they don't like to be uncomfortable too. So it's easier to stay the same, even if you're not happy. It's easier.
Yep,
it's scary.
That's the worst, you guys.
Right, it's scary to change.
Why do we do that? Why do we stay with something that's doesn't feel good just because we don't want to go through all the stuff we have to go through when we have to make a change? Because we're just accepting something that's not okay with us just to do that, and not cool.
Yeah.
It's all anything takes is a mind change, a mindset change. We have to look at things. We have to take ourselves out of the stance that we're in and look at things from a bigger perspective and see that there's other ways. It's not just your way or the highway. It's not.
Right.
And that's the old way of thinking, and it can't be that way anymore.
Right. There's infinite ways to interpret
things. You have to believe that you're not the only one that's right. You're not the only one that's right. There's a lot of ways to get things done. What do they say? There's more than one way to skin a chicken, or what?
Cat. Not turkey.
Rabbit?
Cat.
Cat. Why would I skin a cat? But yeah, we just have to believe that. We cannot close off. Ooh, but we do though. But we do. We close it.
People are funny. We're very interesting.
Yeah, people are funny. Very interesting.
Very interesting. I can't believe it's March. What is going on with time? Can somebody please explain to me? Is it
it's
just
going faster?
It's like seriously going by so fast. It's weird. What do you think, Nikki?
My sister's birthday's coming up.
Way too fast. Yeah.
Does it? Do you
It's
think
going
it's actually going faster, guys, or do you think it? Because like I feel like my perception hasn't changed that much, but it feels like it's going like way faster. It's March already. Like it was just Christmas.
I think it is going faster.
Yeah. And
I think
yeah.
it's, don't ask me because I'll tell you some shit right now. I think it's part of the shift that we're all going through. Everybody's changing timelines. You can, and that's why I'm talking about mindsets today. To be honest with you, I'm beating around the bush, to be honest with you. Really, what I want to say is that if you have the right mindset, you will be projected onto the right timeline for you. So if you're going to be thinking in fear, then you're going to be in that timeline. If you're going to be thinking in love, then you're going to be in that timeline. So I want everybody to think positive and think that everything is possible. Don't think that you can't do something. Think that you can do everything.
And I want everybody to type in the chat too. Speaking of timelines, like what is the name of the actor that played Superman? The one that had the accident.
Let's do that.
That fell off the horse.
Has anybody heard of Mandela effect?
Christopher Reeves? Who are you talking about? Christopher Reeves?
Yeah. Now Google him.
Did you say
You said Christopher Reeves
with an S at the end?
An S, right?
Why?
Okay. Now Google who played Superman. The actor that played Superman.
Okay, I've got him up.
Okay, what's his name?
Because you're gonna see what his name is.
Well, you just said something different than what you said a second ago.
Oh, did you say Reeves with an S?
He said no. She said Reeve.
His name is Christopher Reeves.
She said Reeve.
You said Reeves the first time, didn't you?
Well, because I was making it plural, but not.
Right. That's because we all thought it. How can we all do that?
It's not, I don't know, but it's not Reeves. It's
I know. I thought it was Reeves.
I do that. But I see a lot of.
I never thought it was Reeves.
It was.
Remember when I used to say, you guys used to give me a hard time for saying thinking because I put the K sound at the end of thinking.
I thought it was Reeves because I thought his last name was Reeves.
Oh, Reeves.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought it was Reeves too with an S.
Oh, look, if you look down though, there's a lot that say Reeves.
Everybody says Reeves. Everybody I've asked says, I remember it as Reeves too.
Here it says Reeve.
Okay, so like what about
it says Reeves. Oh, see, that's how I was saying it with an apostrophe S. But here.
Do you guys know Ed McMahon for? This one doesn't affect me, but other people do.
For the Johnny Carson show?
Yeah, and I knew him from Star Search, but other people remember him doing the Publishers Clearinghouse thing.
Yeah, he did that too for many years. But his first
No, he didn't.
But he didn't.
He
never did that. Did you know that?
He never did the Publishers Clearinghouse. He never delivered checks to anybody's doors. Yep, sure is, Donald.
Well, he didn't work for them, but didn't he do the commercials? No,
he worked for a company called American Family Publishers, but it was just it was a publishing company, but he never did any kind of deliveries with checks or balloons or anything to people's doors.
Oh, I knew. Shit, why do I keep doing that to my computer?
Like, there's a bunch of them that are weird. Yeah, I don't know. Donald, to me, there's no such thing as conspiracy theory. I just go off of my own life experience. And I don't believe that. Christopher being Christopher Reeves.
Conspiracy theory is just a word that they came up with to
I would say it's more of a phenomenon. That we all have the same false memory. That's a phenomenon.
Yeah. That's weird. Like that's weird that some things that we thought for sure are not. That's weird.
Right. Yeah, it is.
I think Donald Fuller believes that it's a flat earth. Because you are fixated on that flat earth, my friend.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are. Donald, you're my favorite.
It doesn't matter to me if the earth is round or flat. What matters is I know that the things are not the way that they say they are. for
They're not.
anything.
That's what I'm trying to get at, is we have to admit that some things might not be what we thought they were. And I'm just trying to say that so that, like everybody opens their mind.
Well, like, so like if it's weird because as a people, we would be, we're so easy to like dismiss things or think that we're right about things. But if everybody would just like ask themselves truthfully for a second about some stuff does not make sense. It just doesn't. What they say does not make sense. And like, we should just all say, yeah, it doesn't make sense, because it doesn't.
Yeah, just admit that it doesn't make sense.
I don't
Right.
think it makes a difference either way. It doesn't
Tell
make a
us,
difference.
explain.
Right. My way of thinking is I don't care. I don't care what other people are doing, or how do I say this? If somebody wants to believe in flat earth, my opinion is that they are wrong, okay? Because that's not how I see things. But I don't care that they're doing that. There can be a bunch of them out there doing that. I'm not going to give them a hard time about it. That's their opinion. They have the right to think they're going to fall off the side of the earth. Crazy. I think that, okay? But it doesn't bear anything on my life. It doesn't change my life. I know I can drive and boat and fly around the world. I know that. If they don't, that's on them. I don't really care. And that's how I kind of look at a lot of things. I think we worry about things we shouldn't worry about. Seriously. If it doesn't bear to your life, then okay, of course, there are situations like, okay, we have this whole thing about the weather and the weather changing, and oh my God, we're all gonna succumb to the heat, and the polar caps are gonna, are wilting away, and all of this crap. Okay. The fact is, though, is people who are here today aren't going to suffer those consequences. It's going to be maybe our children, our children's children, and they're going to have to deal with this. But there's probably nothing we could do today to change what's going to happen. So I'm not going to worry about that. My children's children are probably going to have to worry about that maybe when the time comes. But there's nothing today that is really going to change that, because everybody has their own opinions, and everybody is saying, oh, all this oil we're using is bad. Bullshit. That ain't what it is. Okay. Green absorbs carbon dioxide. Okay. That's the stuff you guys want to get rid of. But our green uses that. That's what they use for photosynthesis and to put out oxygen for us. So we're taking away something, and it's going to take away from us. I could argue that, but it's not going to make my one little opinion not going to make a difference. You know why? I'm not up at Washington, D.C. I'm not sitting over there making legislation or any of that crap out there, right?
No, but you're paying taxes and you're following laws that are being told to you.
I am, and I will. I will always vote to have an opinion, and I will always pay my taxes. And I'm not going to complain about that, because that is the way we have structured our lives. That's something I shouldn't have to worry about. I
didn't structure my life.
To be everybody's got to do that. There's nothing that will ever change about that. We are always going to have to owe somebody something for whatever, right?
That's a terrible way to think about things.
I was with you all the way up until.
I'm not going to worry about that, though. Why should I bear all that negativity in my life? Because it is negative, right? But there are things I need to live for today for. not
Well,
for
I
a few
think
years
that
from
I think a lot of people misunderstand a lot of things about people that are questioning things. Like I don't have a belief, so I don't know what I believe. All I know is from my experience, my life has not been. It doesn't make sense with what they say. I can tell it's very obvious from my personal experience and things that have happened to me that we're not told the truth about things. So maybe it has something to do with being adopted.
Okay,
Or
so stop right there. So you have not been told the truth about things. That's your feelings, right? I know we have not been told the
believe that
truth
too.
about things, but what can you do about that? You won't ever change them from not telling you the truth about things,
No,
correct?
but I don't have to live my life the way they say I have to when I realize
No,
that I
no,
don't have
exactly.
to.
I don't. That's
Right.
exactly how I'm living, exactly how you just said. I'm not going to succumb to what they're saying. All I can do is make my life, my children's life, better. So I use what I have to make myself, my life better, because that's what, I've got. I can't change that stuff because I'm not in government. Now, if I was a legislature, if I had chosen that path in my career and decided to be part of that government, okay, in a whole, then that's completely different. That's me trying to make a difference for the future. But as me,
That's awesome.
Nikki, housewife, I can't do that. All I can do is say, this is what I think. I think yes on this proposition, no on that proposition, yes on this, because those may bear to my life, and
Well,
help.
if everybody thinks like that, then no, nothing will ever change because there's never going to be anybody
No,
that
no,
would
no,
stand up
because
and
you've
make
got thousands of people in government doing that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, there, I mean,
So we have to like
If you want to
separate
make
the
a change,
government
you
stuff
got to
and
go do
power.
it. But
right.
you can't, you know, um,
They tell us
just
that
like
you can
activists,
only make
they'll
a
go
change
out
before
and
they say you
they
can,
do,
no.
they're doing stuff. So, I mean, I don't know, Jara, what you do. I don't know if you go picket or if you go and you go to the government and you stand in front of the government
That's
building
not where
and
the change really happens.
what?
That's not where the change really happens. The change happens with
Exactly.
you and your world around you.
Yeah,
I
that's what
change
exactly,
the
Susie.
world by
That's what I'm
changing
doing. I'm
myself
changing
inside.
my life, but I can't focus on those other bigger things because not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. My words out of my mouth don't change what's happening in our government or whatever.
It can
You
though.
So how do you
It
get a
think
can.
regular
bigger.
people in the past have changed things then? Like, do you think they just got
Mhm.
lucky?
They were in government. What do you mean? Wait,
You
what?
don't think that
No, the
there's
government ain't
regular
shit.
people that have changed the world? Like, there's not all people that have changed the world or were in government. There's been regular people, like Rosa
Okay,
Parks was
proof.
a regular person.
No. She was a public figure. She was out there doing that thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a Rosa Parks. I'm a housewife. You
Was
don't
she a
not
public
get
figure
it.
though? I thought
You're
she
not
was just a
getting
No,
it.
normal
she wasn't.
person.
She was just sitting on the bus. I thought she was just
Yeah,
a regular
Yeah,
ride a bus.
but that
she
she
was,
did something. She acted upon something, right? She says,
She said
"No,
yeah.
I
no.
deserve to be here." So she made a stand, right?
Right. Right. And she's just
I,
a
I'm not
regular.
making a stand. I'm not out there protesting or trying to get petitions signed, and I'm
No,
not.
but if somebody told you to go sit in the back of the bus, would you say no? You'd say no, I would think. That's taking a stand.
Not no. There's a difference. She got to a point where she wasn't gonna, change. She wasn't going to succumb to being told where to sit on a bus. Okay, and she just didn't do that. Her whole idea wasn't to go onto the bus and cause something so grand. She didn't have the expectations. I'm going to go
Right.
on that bus and I'm going to sit where she just was
Exactly.
trying to get on the bus.
Right.
And it led into
Yeah,
something
it's normal.
else, which
Exactly.
led her into being a public figure because
Yeah.
she
So
spoke
she was just a normal person and
She-
she made the difference.
right. Exactly.
Right.
But it
That
didn't have
happens
to
a
be
lot.
like that. I mean, she could have stopped at that incident. That incident could have come and gone and nothing would have happened about it. But
Right.
what happened? What happened? Media got a hold of it and blew that up. And then she became a spokesperson after that for all the rest of the, what do you call it? Oh,
The whole world, because really,
um,
for equality for everybody.
for yes, for the whole thing that was going on. So that's that. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying I think a lot of people, they worry too much. They worry too much, and it makes them sick. I think
But see, and I get where you're coming from because I think my husband is just
civil rights movement. Thank you, guys. Yes.
I see where you're coming from. A lot of people feel that way, that, you know, think you worry too much, you think about things too much. Why worry about stuff that's not really, you know, that you don't have to worry about necessarily. I just want to know the truth about where I am and where we came from and how we got here. That's all. I think everybody deserves that. You know, it's not right that we don't get to have that.
So a little bit ago, somebody said up in the chat that they're not okay with the schools teaching the kids false stuff. I agree with that. I'm not okay with that either.
Yeah,
Right.
I've
really
seen it.
Yeah, messed up right now. They're messed.
Yeah.
Number one, a lot of
Shit,
history
man.
was written. Remember back in the 50s or 60s when they started coming up with those old textbooks, they created history, and the history wasn't actually correct. So we were taught history that wasn't correct for many, many years.
Right.
And
On purpose.
Could have been. Was it on purpose? Do you know
Yes.
is that statement correct?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
They've admitted that it's not
It was
true and
right
they said it on
for-
purpose.
It was right for them at the time. You have to consider that people born in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, it was a whole different time. It was a whole
Well, it
different
wasn't
way of
up to
thinking.
them.
I
Okay.
think it's
The
because they
publisher-
didn't
the
want us to
publisher,
be powerful.
they could only buy books from one, like the publishers. It wasn't up to them, the Department of Education, and who was like
in that era, it was not a it was segregated, okay, back in those times. So history was eliminated several races from history back then, you know, and we only got the black and white, or that's not a good, the white version back in those days because they were secondhand citizens. They weren't, or not even citizens back then. African American, Hispanics were not part of that educational realm back then. You know, they were still trying to get schools for them. Even the indigenous races, you know, they were getting shipped into homes. The kids were just put into these big homes and dying. And, you know, so it was a different era back then. The thing is the books didn't change with time. They didn't evolve like they should have. The smarter we got with technology and research and stuff, those books should have been altered and changed, and they really didn't for, you know, forever.
Well, I'd say that they were censored. I think that
and the reason why we learned more about it is because people from actual history, like people that actually lived it, came out and said that things that the way it really happened, and a lot of those things didn't get
right. We don't tell the stories of the slaves the proper way, you know, And it hasn't been told the proper way that many were not slaves. There were some slaves, but then we didn't even tell about the Hispanics coming over as slaves, or Mexicans being slaves, or what about the Chinese who were over here as slaves? We don't even talk about all that stuff. You know, all the history just tended to go towards that Southern plantation type style African American slavery, but there was a lot of slavery back then, and involved with the trade and everything. So we don't know about all that because it's not in the history books, and unfortunately now a lot want to cut out all of that completely and wipe it out of the books. I mean, there's even books that won't talk about the Holocaust. It's completely, they want to eradicate a poignant part of history. You know, today we've got people who want to go and destroy statues because they represented something they didn't like. But no matter what structure or statue you take down, it doesn't change history. They can take down all of the Robert E. Lee and all of the Grant and all of those Civil War monuments that were all up and down the East Coast, and they've destroyed them all and made them disappear as if that's going to change history. That doesn't change history. It's always going to be the same. The way America came to be is the way America came to be, and it just depends on who's going to start teaching our kids the truth. And it you know, it's kind of scary. It's very scary to wonder what these kids now today, the grade school kids, are learning. Because
they have to admit
scary.
the truth before they can teach anybody anything.
Right.
They haven't even done that yet. They haven't even admitted to nothing.
But you guys, it's been great. But I gotta go freshen up and start getting my show booted up for 45 minutes and get my links out and stuff. So
Thank you for
see
joining us.
later.
Yes, thanks for saying hi.
Jara. That was a very deep conversation.
That's what we're here for.
I gotta go get my head straight now for my show. So
Okay, we'll
thank
see
you for
there
joining
at
us.
your show.
okay, talk to you
Bye,
guys later.
No.
Okay, so I don't know. There's just so much. It's hard.
That was
it's
my
hard for
handsome
me.
husband. Huh?
Oh, I didn't see him.
Oh, he popped in. He's running into the store. I'm sure there's something I'm gonna think
I
of.
don't think they're teaching kids right. I don't think so they're okay. So like, I can't even say anything.
They're not. Yeah, I know. That's it's a very large subject that not a lot of people are ready for. A lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I'm a
But,
nerd.
There's things that we don't know. You know, there's people trying to control the way we think. I feel like we've all been hypnotized to think a certain thing because I feel like we are way more amazing beings than what we have been shown that we are, and that I feel like that they have taught us the way they taught us to keep us in control.
And there's a lot of stuff, like if you think about it, people just think about all the things, like questions that you might have, or be like, okay, well, I wonder why we've never seen like pictures of this, or like if you like look into all those little things that you just always thought or wondered, like there's a lot of things that don't make sense, or there's a lot of things that we don't know anything about except for like a little tiny little sentence that they said, and that's it. Like there's no like depth to like anything. It's like just a story or something. A lot of stuff is like that. For all the research nerds out there.
Like how sister said right now, how she said that she believes what she believes, and she believes that they're wrong. Like that's where That's one of the spots where I disagree, because
I can't say that
think,
about anybody.
yeah, just because somebody thinks different from me, I don't believe they're wrong.
Because I don't know. I don't know if you're wrong or not. I'm not going to say that. And then like I'm wrong, wind up being wrong. You know?
Yeah. And also too, we don't put emphasis on who's right or wrong.
It doesn't, right. There is no right or wrong. It's like, that's not the point. The point is not who's right or who's wrong, or the point is that this is like, the world is what we make of it, and we should not just believe what we're told all the time without even taking the time to bother and even look ourselves at anything. Just blindly.
Yeah, I don't want to ever believe that there's nothing we can do.
Oh no, I don't ever believe that. There's always something that we can do. One person, that literally, and it could be anybody. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you're the most handsome man in the world. I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you're 12. There's always, we are literally full of infinite possibilities.
Yeah, but I do, it's so crazy because I agree with her, because I do agree with her. Like, if it doesn't have anything to do with you, like all that public shit, it has nothing to really do with us. We shouldn't concern ourselves with it, because it really doesn't have anything to do with us. So I agree with her there. And I agree that like we can make a difference with our world and the people around and the world around us. And that's all that really should matter, because that's all that really exists for us, because really,
and I mean, ultimately, people have to admit that if we all found out that like the government lied about some huge things, like, I don't know, space, we'd be all kind of a little pissed. Wouldn't y'all be a little bit pissed? Just a little bit. You'd be like, wait,
what if you found out space was fake?
Like, so for this whole time I was, like, I mean, there's some things that are kind of like, yellow.
Yeah. Can you imagine though, like the astronauts and all the other people, how pissed they would be if they found out space was fake? They'd be like, oh, my whole career is wasted.
Well, and like, I think everybody should also try to, allow people to question things. Don't beat people up because they're asking questions, because stuff isn't obvious to all of us. A lot of us are question people, and stuff has to make sense to me in order for me to accept it. And if it doesn't make sense, I need more information, or
there's nothing wrong with questioning.
More people.
I think there's something wrong with not questioning. I think there's something wrong with just taking it with whatever they say, doing whatever they say. I think we should question everything.
I think so too. I mean, I really, really do.
So many people took the shot without questioning it. Just took it.
Me,
and I don't think that's right. I think we should have questioned it more.
I do too.
And I don't know why yet.
Especially now. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we do without ever even questioning it. A lot of things that we trust.
Yeah. We should know our worth enough to know that we should question something and everything. We have that right. We can. We're lucky to have that right.
Life is fun when you have questions, guys.
Yeah, just question it.
I'm sure, because if you don't have any questions, then you kind of already know everything, and then like, isn't that boring?
Yeah, if you already know everything, then you can't learn anything. So what is
and
that?
Then why are you even here? If you already know everything, you shouldn't have to even be here, because this is like a school. You should be teaching the class.
My sister is so smart. I just love her to death, you guys.
She is smart. My brother is smart too. I wonder if your sister and Nikki, or your sister and my cousin were the same age. My cousin Michelle. Do you know if your sister?
Oh yeah, they were. My sister knows about like that when she passed. I think probably we should have asked her one time.
Yeah, I meant to ask her that today. I meant to ask her that. I keep forgetting. I'll have to ask her next time, or remind me.
She might be listening. Nikki, if you're listening, Do you remember Michelle Hobbs?
Michelle Hobbs. Yeah. My cousin.
She passed away in a car accident on that really scary curb and stuff. Or I don't know. That's what I thought. Was it?
What?
So
What road?
Where she passed away, yeah.
It was like out in the outskirts of town, I think.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
even know where, but I know where. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, well, like I think you guys were talking about kind of like where. I don't know exactly where, but
I know it is amusing that the narratives that people believe. Like, I can't believe people think that
I don't believe
medicine is helping you.
Right? Pharmaceuticals don't help.
Yeah, I can't believe what people are taking, ingesting, because someone told them to, and they have no idea what it is, but they're taking it. And it upsets me because I found out that 2 medications that I was on since I was 14 have been causing me my problems all my life, and it was the medicine. And like, what the freak? I could have avoided years and years of suffering and pain if I just wouldn't have been taking that medicine.
Right?
Yeah. So that's one thing. That's one of the narratives I don't believe. I can't believe it. It's not amusing though, but it's kind of like aggravating.
Well, all I know
what's
is
an amusing one?
I haven't seen like everything that the government says. There's not any like evidence of anything they say. Like they just
I don't believe anything.
Like what did I
believe
hear?
anything.
I heard, that taxes this year. I guess the IRS said that refunds are going to be lower this year because of inflation. What?
That's
that doesn't even make sense, people.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. Inflation's a word they made up, so they had an excuse to charge everybody more.
Separation, how they keep us separated. How is that good? How was that good? Put us in classes. Like, how was that good?
Well, because you can't be talking to people, because then you might find out that you are like other people, and then you might have something in common.
And powerful together.
Right, and that we identify, and we also might have the same complaints and same questions. Oh, we got the same questions. Now you got 2 people asking questions, tough questions, and 2 people, hitting ideas off of each other. You can't have that. No cooperation. Nope. That's your enemy. You need to not cooperate.
I'm not going to comply with them. I mean, it's not. I know they do. And I understand that, Mr. Lee, like the older people, they probably won't ever be able to change their mindset or open their minds at all about it. And
my parents, unfortunately, are seeing that stuff isn't like they thought it was. And unfortunately, when stuff gets like that and your health and stuff starts to be impacted, and it's obvious that there's something purposeful, not doing the right thing going on, it's a little bit easier to believe, I guess, when it's happening to you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people,
I don't believe they have our best interests at heart at all. They don't have our interests at heart at all. I don't believe that.
And never the reasons why people believe certain things or why they're questioning things, nobody can ever pinpoint that. So just don't be so quick to discount people, especially if you're not quite sure where they're coming from, because it's hard to, if you call somebody wrong, but you're not even sure where they're coming from, you kind of can't call them wrong.
So people, okay, here's one thing that they led us to believe. People don't know that you can control what happens around you. Your subconscious mind actually creates 90% of your life. If you think something all the time, that's what's going to present itself to you. Nobody believes that. Nobody's been taught that. That's not what we were taught. Everybody thought that, you know, things are the way they are and there's nothing you can do about it. That is not true. It's simply not true. And it sounds magical almost, and that's why people don't believe it, but it's true. You can prove it to yourself if you think about it. Like, what is your life? Think about your life and think about the things that you occupy your mind with. What is the first thing you wake up and think about? What is the last thing you go to sleep and think about? How is that? Is that a big part of your life? And see how it fits. And you will see how it does create, how what you're thinking does create what you encounter. And so then you can try to think something else, something that you want, try to change something, try to think that first thing in the morning, try to think that last thing at night, and keep doing it and see how it changes your life, see how your outlook changes and your mindset, and see how your actual life around you changes. You can do that experiment for yourself if you don't, you know, believe it. And then you can see it for yourself.
Also,
I wish they would have taught us that.
What's like one thing in your life that, like, if this changed, then maybe you could open your mind to that things could be
what would it
different than
take?
what you think. But nobody's wanting you to say, you know, that you know something for sure. But what would it take for you to say that, you know, maybe things aren't quite the way I thought they were?
Yeah, I want to, Donald, come back when you're, go plug your stuff in and come back. I want to know what it would take for everybody to open their minds to something different. What would it be like aliens actually landing in front of you? Like, I don't understand. Like, I can't pick something good to say, but like, what would it take?
Well, just for
you to
example, for
believe
me to
what you
question like the shape of the earth is weird because Jara is a giant astronomy nerd. I got 100% in college in astronomy for the entire year. Both semesters. I look at Jupiter every night. I say goodnight to Jupiter every night with my binoculars.
So look at Prince. Let's take Prince, for example. You guys, you know Prince, the singer, the wonderful singer that everybody loves. If you take a look at him, he has not aged the whole time out of his whole career. Do you want to know why he hasn't aged? Because he doesn't believe in aging. He doesn't acknowledge that he's aging. He doesn't celebrate his birthday. He doesn't acknowledge that he's aging, so he didn't age. The only reason we age is because somebody told us we do. I'm 44 years old, you guys. Do I look 44?
I'm 44 too.
No, I don't. I don't look 44 because
I'm
I
older
don't.
than Susie. I'm older than you.
Yeah, I know. I was always the baby.
Susie's a baby.
Maybe I do look 44. Maybe I'm just fooling myself.
No, you don't look 44. We look the same as we did when we were little.
I look the same. There's this filter on TikTok where it's supposed to make you look like a teenager again.
Mm-hmm.
It looks the same. Mine looks the same. It doesn't
Oh,
change
does
at
it?
all.
I saw that. I was going to try that. I don't like the ones that make me look old.
My sister looks the same too, actually.
Hi, what are you trying to tell me? I don't know. Did you guys just go do something or something? What? Hi.
We've been on for an hour and a half, and we didn't say like the things I really wanted to say, but I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention to like open up a little, guys.
Yeah.
How
Funner. It's
open up a
funner.
little.
Yeah, I like that word. Funner.
We have to come from a heart space, you guys. We can't think of everybody else that doesn't think like us as wrong. It's okay if you don't agree with them. I'm not saying to change your beliefs, but I'm saying come from a heart space. Just have respect, you know? Like
nobody's wrong. We're all right.
Yeah, there's really nobody wrong.
I mean, because, you know, your stuff is the way it is in your world, and Susie's stuff is the way it is in Susie's world, and my stuff is the way it is.
My stuff is weird.
So whose world is actually the real one? Is it mine? Is it yours? Is it Susie?
They're all real, because mine is real for me, and yours is real for you. Right? Wait, what is Donald saying? He says, depends on the narrative, what the narrative is. Are we alone? I don't think so. But are these UAPs farting out Bigfoots? Wait, my chat moved. I like how you said farting out Bigfoots. I love you, Donald, for saying that because I like it when people say fart. And the only way you could convince me is with some data. Okay, so you're very logical. You're very analytical. Or you must be a left-brained human being. And that's fine. Do you believe in magic, Donald? Do you believe that anything could happen? Anything is possible? I do. So I don't really like logic. I don't think logically. And I know that sounds horrible, but I don't like it. It's no fun. And when I'm thinking logically, I look like I'm in a really bad mood. And I don't like that either. I'd rather believe in magic and just give everybody a chance.
Why is magic such a big part of our culture? Or
because it's probably real and everybody's been told it's not.
Yeah.
It's okay. None of us are old. Nobody's old.
I'm old because I'm many lives. I was born many lives ago.
Actually, we're all old. Everybody on earth right now, I believe, is an old soul and has been here many, many, many times. We're all here for the sole purpose of raising our consciousness as a human, as humanity whole.
Yes. Yes.
Even you, Donald and sister. I'm just kidding.
How can we be given the powers that we would be given if we were to be walking with God, if we were all, irresponsible people that can't even put the shopping carts at Walmart back where they go?
Oh. If we can't even get along in the drop-off line.
Right. And everybody honking, it just makes things worse. Please let's not.
Yeah, and I don't need this. I don't need the teacher to be doing this to me. No.
What?
I know to go forward.
Doing what? You froze, so we didn't see what you did.
Oh, this.
Oh.
they're overactive with it, dude. Like they're gonna blow their arm off trying to get us to keep moving. You know the drop-off line. Anybody remember the drop-off line when you drop your kid off at school?
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass. I'm gonna get in a fight. It's gonna
Are you?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, the drop-off line is no fun. That's for sure.
So I don't know. I can't really add anything because I do not want to offend anybody. I love all of you guys, no matter what your opinion is of anything. I respect everybody's opinion.
Me too.
And I hope you respect mine. I just want everybody to try and understand that you're the creators of your own life and you can make anything happen. Don't tell yourself that you can't, because you can. Take I can't out of your vocabulary, because you can. You've only been taught that you can't, but you really can.
And don't react, interact.
Yes.
The difference is that reacting is responding and interacting is communicating. So communication is always better.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of my word, looking at words this morning when I was itchy. I've been having weird, like waking up with my feet itching like crazy for like at 2:00 in the morning for the last 2 days, which is.
Could it be the chemicals that are in the air from the chemical spill at Tucson? Because I was itching all over. Could they?
I don't know.
I wonder.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a chemical spill in Tucson.
Yeah, there was. It was nitric acid, I think. So there was several chemical spills all around us. Like, what's up with that? That's a little sus, don't you think?
Probably scientifical. I like that word.
What do you think, Donald, about the chemical spills? Why they all happen at the same time? Like, what the hell? It's a little sus.
Probably because they had to have something to blame all the sickness on, because they accidentally sprayed too many in the chemtrails that they were using a couple days ago before the. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm just kidding. See, here's my seeds. Oh, I'm getting ready to burn this. Wait, it doesn't look.
Oh, wait. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm doing a paint by number.
Oh, did you finish?
No
I was
way. I've got like 100
on
more.
mine. I just have like a still section. Itchy forehead. An itchy forehead. Maybe
This is one I
moisturizer.
finished a long time ago. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really good. Ooh, I like your branches.
Thanks.
I like your branches.
I'm all
I
about
need
the
a
mood.
wood burner. Like, I guess they have ones that have temperature, like you can change the temperature or whatever. I need one of those kind. Mine doesn't get hot enough, I don't think.
You had a conversation with what with your niece 15 minutes ago about the chemical spills? Donald, what do you think about them chemical spills everywhere? Is anybody near them? I don't want to offend anybody. Is anybody near them, and are they feeling anything weird?
Why would that offend anybody?
I don't know. Because some people don't believe that like the government could ever do something like that to them.
Oh. Psh. You guys all know about the Downwinder program, right?
I don't think they do.
Oh.
I don't think they do.
Well, that's the $50,000 grant that we get if anybody in our family gets diagnosed with cancer because of where we lived or where they lived, because the government was doing nuclear testing in the wind and it was blowing downwind and affected people in like 7 states.
Mm-hmm. And it affected us too. We weren't even alive yet, but since it affected our parents, it could still affect us.
Yep. It actually has. I think like all of my friends have had a parent who had cancer of some kind.
Former everything, how are you? I don't know what you're saying, but I think I might like it.
Social engineering.
What's social engineering?
Kind of like where you make situations ripe for certain circumstances or things to be a certain way. So like genetic engineering is like when you manipulate the genes in order to get something to be the way you want it to be. It's like that.
Oh, that's bad.
Socially, I believe. Anyway, I could be wrong. Donald, I see that Donald's you're one of those people that nothing is ever like strange, huh?
I wonder if anything changed. Donald, will you come on the show? When you come on the show next week?
Blonde people with purple feathers happen every day. What are you talking about? I'm just teasing you, Donald.
I really do appreciate Donald. He's been like
Donald looks like somebody that we could have gone to school with.
I know he looks like you're our age. Are you our age, Donald?
He looks even like he could be a Flagstaffian.
He looks like he could be a Flagstaffian.
Yeah.
Flagstaffian.
Flagstaffer. P3OUB2. What does that mean?
You guys, I love you guys all, and I respect all of you guys. I love you to pieces. Thank you for joining us right now. We just wanted to we're just chatting away. You're my sister.
You're 53. You don't.
Oh, you must have did that thing that I'm doing where you don't age. Don't age. I don't age. I don't age. I won't age. I won't age.
I remember when 45 sounded like so old, and now it doesn't. It's like the same as 16. Yeah. It's like, oh, they're only 45. I remember when we used to do that when we were little.
Yeah.
Hi,
my name is Chubby or something.
My mom's name is Chubby. My dad. That's probably not very politically correct anymore.
It's not. We shouldn't do that. And then I got in the car and they went real fast and my face went like this. We did really cool things. We were kind of crazy. All right, guys. Well, we gotta shut it off because we cannot run into my sister's show because that would piss her off.
I
And
am
that's the one thing I
I'm
don't
trying to
want
burn
to do.
like Nikki. She inspired me. Now I just have to get halfway decent at it because I'm not very yet. But I'll get there. Everybody have a good week. Bye, Val.
Yeah. Bye, guys. We'll see you in the other chats, and we'll see you next Saturday. And Jara, I love you. Talk to you in a little bit, okay?
You. Okay. Mwah. Good night, everybody.
Mm.